Dear students, we are going to discuss chapter 11 of the book First Flight, that is The Proposal, written by Anton Chekhov. He was a Russian playwright and a short story writer who is considered to be amongst the greatest writers of short fiction in history. His career as a playwright produced 4 classics, and his best short stories are held in high esteem by writers and critics. Now let's have a look at the major characters of this particular drama. First one is Ivan Vasilievich Lomov, who is a 35 years old man who lives in the neighborhood of Chupkov. Next one is Stefan Stepanovich Chupkov, his Natalia's father and neighbor of Ivan Vasilievich. Next one is Natalia Stepanovna. She is a daughter of Chupkov. Now let's see what is there in the play. The scene takes place in Chupkov's house. Lomov, his neighbor, enters dressed in a formal suit. He is greeted by Chupkov, who is very happy to meet him. He asks him to sit down and asks where he is going, dressed in an evening suit. Lomov tells him that he has come to see him with a request. Actually, Lomov had come to seek Chupkov's daughter, Natalia's hand in marriage, but is unable to say so. Chupkov thinks that he has come to borrow money. Lomov starts speaking but gets nervous and starts beating about the bush rather than coming to the point. After a great effort, he tells him the main purpose of his visit, which is to ask for Natalia's hand. Chupkov is greatly excited to hear it. He embraces and kisses Lomov for it. He tells him that he had always wanted that. Lomov asks him if he should consider that he has given his permission. Chupkov says yes. He tells him that Natalia also is in love with him and would be happy with the proposal when she comes to know about it. He goes out to call his daughter. When Lomov is alone, he feels that he is cold and his whole body is trembling. He thinks that Natalia is an excellent housekeeper, not bad looking and well educated. In fact, she had all those qualities which he wanted in a wife. Moreover, he is already 35 years old. If he doesn't marry now, he will never get married. He has many shortcomings. He has weak heart and he suffers from palpitations. Worst of all is the way he sleeps. Only a well-regulated life can help him in this respect. Marriage alone can bring this much needed peace and regularity in his life. He feels that Natalia has all the qualities required for a good housekeeper. She is also beautiful and well-educated. At this point, Natalia enters. She is surprised to see him in a formal evening dress and asks him if he was going to a ball. Lomov gets excited. He tries to tell her the purpose behind his visit, but once again he is nervous and digresses from the main point. He speaks of old relations of Lomov and Chupkov's. He tells her that his late aunt and late uncle had a great regard for her father and late mother, and furthermore his property adjoins hers. His oxen meadows touch his beechwoods. Natalia is shocked to hear that Oxen Meadows belongs to Lomov. She claims that meadows are hers and not his. Poor Lomov feels all the more excited. He tries to explain that once there was a dispute over Oxen Meadows, but now everybody knows that they belongs to him. His aunt's grandmother gave the meadows for free use to the peasant of her father's grandfather for a certain time while they were laying bricks for his grandmother. These people used the meadows free of cost for about 40 years and began to consider the lands as theirs. Natalia, however, doesn't believe it. Lomov is prepared to show the papers, but it's of no use. She tells him that they have owned the property for nearly 300 years. The meadows are not worth much, but she cannot stand injustice. They speaks of a row between two and they start fighting like a bulldogs. Chupkov enters. Natalia asks him to tell Lomov that Oxen Meadows are theirs. Lomov refuses. Chupkov clarifies that by shouting, Lomov won't prove the ownership. He accuses Lomov of speaking disrespectfully as he is twice his age. Lomov adds that good neighbors don't behave like that. He calls Chupkov a land grabber. Lomov threatens to take Chupkov to court. They exchange abuses and drag in their ancestors too. Chupkov calls Lomov's grandfather a drunkard and that his younger aunt Nastasia ran away with an architect. Lomov wants to say something, but his heart palpitation became unbearable. His eyes are blurred, his foot got numb. It seems as though he were dying. He takes his hat and staggers out of the room. Chupkov warns him not to come into the house again. The father and the daughter curse him and tell him all sorts of dirty names. Chupkov says that the fool had the courage to come to him with the marriage proposal. When Natalia hears that he had come to propose to her for a marriage, that is why he was dressed in evening clothes, she begins to weak and fall into an armchair. She blames her father for not telling her that before. She goes into hysterics and asks her father to bring him back immediately. The poor father feels embarrassed. They have insulted him, thrown him out of the house, and now he should call him back. How ridiculous. He feels like shooting himself. Natalia blames her father and calls him brutal. She thinks if it were not for him, Lomov would not have gone. Her behavior indeed is very funny. Chupkov rushes out and calls him back. Lomov re-enters. He still has palpitation in his heart. Natalia begs to be excused. She tells him that Oxen Meadows are his. She suggests that they talk about something else so as to avoid any dispute and wishes Lomov to make the proposal straight away. She asks him if he is going on a hunting soon. Lomov replies that he expects to begin after the harvest. His dog Guess had gone lame. Perhaps he got his leg twisted, or maybe he has been bitten by some other dog. Their talk now moves to on the topic of dogs. Lomov tells Natalia that his dog Guess cost him 125 rubles. Natalia says it is too much. Her father had paid only 85 rubles for a squeezer, and that squeezer is better than his dog. Lomov refuses it. They started finding faults in each other's dogs. Lomov says Squeezer's lower jaw is shorter than the upper, so he is unable to catch his prey. Natalia defends the dog by saying that their Squeezer is of the finest pedigree. Lomov calls his Guess better. A verbal duel follows. Chupkov gets angry. He tells Lomov to stay at home with his palpitation. He is not fit for hunting. They again exchange abuses like the words intriguer, pup rat, etc. Lomov tells that Chupkov's late wife beat him. Lomov's heart beats increase. He begins to see stars and falls on a chair. Natalia asks her father what had happened to Lomov. She thinks he is dead and started crying. She requests her father to call a doctor. Chupkov is helpless. He tries to make Lomov drink some water but fails. Chupkov starts accusing himself. He feels so miserable that he wants to shoot himself. But this time Lomov seems to be reviving. Lomov says that he is seeing stars and asks where he is. Chupkov does not want to take any more chances, decides to leave them alone. He thrusts Lomov's hand into the daughter's hand and gives them his blessing. He just wants to be left in peace. Lomov is still dazed. He is not able to understand what is going on. At last, he and Natalia kiss each other and are reconciled. But they again start quarreling over their dogs. Natalia says, Guess is worse than Leap. Lomov says, better. It's all about the drama, the proposal. Dear students, this play is basically about the tendency of wealthy families to seek matrimonial ties. The real purpose is to increase their estates. All the three characters are shown quarrelsome. Amidst their quarreling, they completely forgot the real issue, the marriage proposal. This emphasizes that the main purpose must not be clouded and lost sight by indulging in unnecessary and avoidable quarrels. I hope this video is really helpful to you to understand this chapter well. Thank you.